Welcome to, this is the first of the series of our most recent cruise. Last week we were on Liberty of the Seas out of Port Liberty, New Jersey. Flew into EWR, Newark Airport, the day before the cruise. Stayed at a local hotel and then Ubered on over to the terminal the next day. This is a 9-day cruise, and you're seeing footage here of our Uber drive to the port. Nice skyline view of New York City. This is actually, on this trip, was the first time we ever used Uber, and it worked great. We used it 3 times on this trip. There's a dedicated Uber pickup area at the airport. Worked great, so we'll probably use it again in the future. Port Liberty is in a predominantly commercial area, a lot of warehouses, shipyard, that sort of thing. Parking is limited. In fact, I think they actually advise people not to drive themselves into the port unless it's absolutely necessary. I don't think it would be particularly hard to find or anything like that. It's just, I think parking is limited. Not much near the port. There's a Costco that's maybe a mile and a half from the port. Other than that, as I say, it's all industrial. But it's a straightforward process here. It's like most cruise terminals. You make the loop in, you drop off where the porters are, drop your luggage off, and get in line. Went very smoothly. As you'll see in a moment, there was quite a line, but as you see, it moved quickly. Once inside the terminal, went very smoothly. Security was quick, check-in was quick, and we were very quickly making our way toward boarding the ship. Now, this is cruise number 39 overall. It was our 6th trip on Liberty of the Seas. Obviously one of our favorite ships. This cruise, as I say, 9 days. It's Eastern United States and Canada. It was, as I say, leaves from Port Liberty and Bayonne. Stops are at Boston, Portland, Maine, Bar Harbor, Maine, Halifax, Nova Scotia, and supposedly St. John's, New Brunswick. We're going to have to skip that one because of Hurricane Lee. So we'll talk about that in just a moment as I kind of tell you how things played out. It went well. It wasn't a big problem in the end. But as you can see, boarding process is smooth. Not really going to do a ship tour. I think we've done Liberty of the Seas before. Standard basic inside cabin. Not much new there as well. But overall, an easy port to deal with. Some of them can be difficult for one reason or another, but this one, fairly straightforward. Not particularly large, maybe that helps. And from the deck of Liberty of the Seas, you can see we had a nice view of across the Hudson of New York City. The Statue of Liberty was down there a little ways. It was visible. This was our first visit to this part of the country, so it was kind of exciting to see New York City and, as I say, the Statue of Liberty. And as it turns out, we're actually going to have an excursion day in New York toward the end of this series because we had to skip St. John, New Brunswick. We came back to New Jersey a day early. We overnighted there, so we had the chance to do an excursion, and we did, and it was very nice, and you'll see that video coming up in this series. So losing the port in St. John, I'm sure it was disappointing to many folks, but to us it worked out pretty well. Verrazano Bridge in the distance, Staten Island Ferry there, which is still a free crossing from the city over to Staten Island. Beautiful day. Temperatures were fairly mild. Of course, coming from the Houston area, we've been baking here in triple digits, so anything that wasn't triple was a plus for us. Shipyard nearby was working on a military cargo vessel. And as I say, I was impressed with the whole process. Flying into EWR was very easy. It's a nice airport. Not particularly difficult to get around. A lot of good signage. No problem at all. So if you're planning on or thinking about sailing out of Port Liberty, don't hesitate. It's not a difficult port at all. Would suggest flying in at least a day early like we did, because with airlines the way they are now, very easy to lose a flight, and if you wait until the day of your cruise, you're kind of taking a chance. And there were ample hotels in the area, not a problem. Now, as I say, this particular cruise, 9 days, in Boston, we did as you'll see in that video, we did the basic history stuff, and myself being a history buff, I enjoyed every minute of it. I thought it was a very pleasant stop. In Portland, Maine, we did the LL Bean tour, and that actually was pretty nice too. You'll see that video as well. In Bar Harbor, we basically walked around, did a little shopping, and ate lunch at the very popular Getty's in Bar Harbor, so I think you'll enjoy that video as well. Halifax, basically just walked into the along the shore area to the concessions area, and food items and that sort of thing were. It was a pleasant day. It was pleasant temperature. And then, as I say, coming back, we have that extra day, so we did a tour of New York that lasted 7.5 hours, and it was outstanding. Went to the top of the Empire State Building, went to 9/11 Memorial, and I think you'll enjoy that video as well. Here again is a better shot of the Staten Island Ferry. And we're making our way toward the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. We also have a video toward the end of the series that is our arrival back in New York at night. Very, very pretty to sail into the harbor at night with the city all lit up. Because we arrived back at the port at about 10:30 or 11 o'clock and spent the next day there, and then disembarked the following day. Very impressive sight. Ship blows its horn as it goes under the bridge. A lot of people go up top to watch, and it's nice. This turned out to be a fairly pleasant cruise, and we did enjoy it. I think you'll enjoy the upcoming videos. I will try to put, since this one doesn't have a lot of information in it, I'll try to put the Boston one up in a matter of a couple of days. I think that one will be pretty good. Toward the end of this clip, we kind of lose focus on the camera, goes in and out. I think we confused it for a moment, so I apologize for that. But again, thanks for watching. I hope you stay with us for the series. I think you'll find it enjoyable, interesting, and we'll try to give you some comments along the way. So welcome back, and thanks for watching. See you on the next video.